Hello everybody and welcome to week 3. I wanted to check in with you and explain what you're going to be doing in the module this week, and I also wanted to check in and see how everyone was doing. First of all, I'd like to offer my sincerest apologies to all of you for the email last week. I never meant to upset you in the way that I did, and I understand that I did, and I want to offer my sincerest and deepest apology for that. I only wanted to have a group conversation about something that I had noticed and that I was really worried about. And I appreciate the clarity that all of you brought to that this week. But there's a couple of things I want you to know. First of all, I don't run analytics on students. As I mentioned at the Zoom meeting this week, I ran an analytic because someone had reached out to me and I had felt bad that I had not noticed, because it is my job to notice when someone might need some help. Second of all, I decided to have a group conversation because I'm not a gotcha kind of person. I am not about going after people individually for something that I may have noticed. And so I chose to have a group conversation about it. The problem is that was one way and that was in an email. And I could have done it better, I admit that. So please accept my apology for that. The third thing you need to know is I'm not monitoring you. This work is about everyone working together and pulling together, and I really truly am on your side. So I hope that we can get started, and I hope this is going to be a better week for you. We do have a Zoom day this week on Wednesday, and I'll be sending out a reminder about that. You're going to be doing a couple of things in this module this week. You're going to notice that it's less work. That's because the beginning of the class starts really fast in order to get your fieldwork project up and going, while getting you on board with enough background that you can start thinking about some of the leadership pieces. This week, you're going to be reviewing a PowerPoint that was already published on the web, because I thought it was a good review, of Senge's seminal work, The Fifth Discipline book. He was one of the groundbreaking leaders in systems thinking and systems analysis design of organizations. Second of all, I'm going to be providing you some additional information from Otto Scharmer, who wrote the third book we're going to be reading in class, which couples and comes from the fifth discipline. So those books really do go together. I'm also going to be loading into the module. Well, I did load into the module some things for you to work on to help you know how to conduct an interview or an observation or do a document analysis. I'm going to be pulling those things from another master's degree class I teach on methodology, and I thought it would just help you to have some access to something, since I know all of that's new for you. Please know that I know doing field work is hard. Embedded fieldwork is the hardest thing that you might be doing in the project. It's the most rewarding, but I know it's difficult. You're working in a group and you're unsure of what's expected of you. You're working in a group in a new territory you haven't worked on before, which is getting out there in the field and really taking a look at things from a leadership viewpoint, and then coming back and talking about that in a doctoral class. I know that's new. I'm here though for you, so if you need help, please let me know. I'm glad to set up a phone call or a Zoom meeting, anything I can do to support you. But I think the work you've gotten started already is really exciting. The other thing is, I have felt many of you wanted to know if the work was what I expected. I don't expect a certain thing, except that you can just justify the work that you've done. As a doctoral student, you're going to actually know your project better than I could ever know it, because I will not have gone into it deeply. So I trust you with that. My job is to coach and guide you through the process so that at the end of December, you can report out on what you learned. So please know I'm here to help, and I'd be glad to work with you or have additional phone calls or Zoom meetings with your group to make it go easier. I hope you have a better week. I sincerely apologize again for last week, and I'm looking forward to all the great things that you're going to start doing with your case studies.